the Washington Commanders' Hail Mary to walk off the Chicago Bears on Sunday has to be the most miraculous thing that we've seen so far in 2024. It certainly gave more credence to the belief that these Commanders under Jaden Daniels are the team of destiny. But on the flip side, what a disaster for the Bears. Oh my God, that gutting loss snapped their winning streak at 3 games. Instead of improving to 5-2, they're 4-3. And as we approach the halfway point of this season, I think it's safe to say that this has been an uneven year for the Bears in the first year of the Caleb Williams era. Dan, how are you feeling about the Bears right now?
Not great. Not great at all. I mean, I think we all wanted to find some reason to be excited about them after their games against the Panthers and the Jags. But it's important to remember that was the Panthers and the Jags. You come crashing back down to earth against the Commanders, who haven't been that good on defense either. Dan Quinn is getting that headed in the right direction, so we will give them some credit there. But to me, this team just has such a big coaching problem. You know, you can put a lot of it on the personnel at offensive line, and if you want to direct your anger toward the front office, by all means do that. I'm on board with that. But you want to see the coaching staff do something to compensate for the deficiencies there, and they just can't do that. Caleb Williams was under pressure on over 50% of his snaps against the Commanders. That's just not going to get it done. We're probably not even talking about the Hail Mary if they don't hand it off to a backup offensive lineman on 3rd and goal and he fumbles. Like, you get what you deserve in that situation. And then on that last drive, they happily just give up whatever yards the Commanders wanted to get in position for the Hail Mary. And then after the game, Matt Eberflus is asked why he didn't call a timeout before the play. He said that all players were in position, so they didn't need to. As we know, all players were not in position. Tyreek Stevenson was literally in the corner talking trash to the fans as the ball was snapped. So I just think that this team has a big coaching issue. And you look at the rest of the season, I believe they finished with all 6 of their NFC North games, best division of football. And they've also got 2 games against the Niners and the Seahawks. I mean, I just don't see this team making the playoffs at this point, so I think a coaching change is probably very much on the table. That kind of sounds like a disaster scenario for the Bears, but we were talking about this pre-show. I believe it was Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer said this week that Ben Johnson was eyeing the Bears job last year. Obviously, it didn't open up. Maybe it does this year, and, you know, obviously they wanted better this year, but if they get Ben Johnson out of the deal and he's the one developing Caleb, then I'll feel better about where this team's headed.
This is a franchise that just continues to make the definition of insanity, make the exact same mistake over and over with multiple quarterbacks now where they have a head coach, they don't fire him while they're about to draft their next quarterback, and then they fire him after that first year. And it's really hard to be successful and find ways to move forward if you're making that same mistake. We've never seen this, and I'm not suggesting it'll happen, you know? Matt Eberflus, maybe just take the demotion. You can coach the defense, buddy, but you can't handle the whole thing.
Literally, that will never happen, but I love the spirit of the thought.
Hey, man,
I mean, the defense was great.
It's been awesome, yeah.
Ned Yost did it, and remember the Titans? You know, he wasn't too proud to move into a defensive coordinator job for Herman Boone.
What a callback.
And everyone remembers that team won the state championship. Shout out, remember the Titans. I got to rewatch that movie.